11-year-old boy faces homicide charges after he allegedly shot and killed his father for taking his Nintendo Switch console. Douglas Dietz was found dead beside his wife Tuesday in their Perry County, Pennsylvania home. Troopers at the scene also said they heard the child tell his mother, "I killed Daddy." State police say the boy's Nintendo Switch console was locked in the family's gun safe. The boy was able to get inside the safe, where he also found the unloaded firearm. And according to documents, the child said he was blinded by rage when he loaded the gun and he pulled the trigger.
At 3:20 in the morning, silence is supposed to mean safety. Homes are dark, streets are empty, families are asleep, unaware of how fragile the night really is. But on South Market Street, in a quiet Pennsylvania borough where nothing ever seems to happen, that silence was shattered by a single sound. Not a scream, not a struggle, just a loud noise, sharp, sudden, and final. The kind of sound you don't fully recognize until it's already too late. By the time police arrived, a man was already dead, and the person responsible was someone no one ever expects. Officers were dispatched for what was initially described as an unresponsive male. That phrase, clinical, almost gentle, hid the reality waiting inside the house. Douglas Dietz, 42 years old, was found laying in bed, motionless. A gunshot wound to the head, no signs of a struggle, no forced entry. The bedroom was quiet, almost frozen in time. What made the scene even more unsettling was the layout of the home. The bedroom Douglas shared with his wife was connected to their son's room by a closet, 2 rooms, 1 narrow passage, and somewhere between them, a line was crossed that could never be undone.
Susan, 11-year-old Clayton William Dietz, just hours after the clock struck midnight on his 11th birthday, went looking for his Nintendo Switch gaming console, but found the keys to his dad's gun safe with the intention to shoot his father. Now, the new documents revealed that Clayton William Dietz shot 42-year-old Douglas Dietz just hours after he and Clayton's mother sang Clayton a happy birthday. Douglas and his wife actually adopted Clayton in 2018, according to court documents. Those same documents say the mother told police she went to bed shortly after singing happy birthday. Douglas went to bed not too long after. After a short while, she woke up to a bang sound. She told police she tried waking Douglas up, but there was a substantial amount of blood on his face and was unresponsive. Clayton was in the closet next to her, saying, quote, "He's dead." When police went to talk to Clayton, troopers noticed a large bruise above his left eye and a cut on his bottom lip. Clayton admitted to state police he had a good day with his parents the day before, but when his dad told him to go to bed, he got mad and told troopers, quote, he had someone in mind who he was going to shoot, whom he identified as his father, end quote. The documents say the troopers asked the 11-year-old what he thought would happen when he pulled the trigger. He answered he was just mad, and he hadn't thought about what would happen. He's now charged with criminal homicide and is being held in the Perry County prison.
Douglas's wife told police she had been asleep when the noise woke her. At first, it didn't make sense. It didn't sound like a scream. It didn't sound like an argument. It smelled strange, like fireworks. She reached over and nudged her husband. He didn't move. Then she heard something else, a faint sound she thought was water dripping. When she turned on the light, reality crashed in all at once. It wasn't water, it was blood. Before she could fully process what she was seeing, her son entered the room, and then the words that would haunt the investigation, "Daddy's dead." Moments later, according to police, he said something even more chilling, "I killed Daddy." Just hours earlier, this house had been celebrating. January 13th wasn't just another day. It was their son's birthday. The family had sung happy birthday shortly after midnight. Laughter, normalcy, nothing out of the ordinary. They went to bed soon after. No one suspected that the night would end in police lights and silence. Investigators would later learn that the day itself had been good. No arguments, no violence, no warning signs anyone could point to until bedtime came. According to investigators, when Douglas told his son it was time to go to bed, the boy became angry. not enraged, not hysterical, just mad. The kind of anger most parents dismiss without a second thought. But this time, something followed that emotion. When questioned by police, the boy didn't deny what happened. He didn't deflect. He didn't pretend. "I shot somebody," he said. Then he clarified who that person was: his father. Inside the bedroom, police learned there was a gun safe, locked, secured, or so it was believed. The boy told investigators he was looking for something else entirely: a Nintendo Switch, something that had been taken away. According to court documents, he found a key inside his father's drawer, unlocked the safe, removed the gun, loaded it, then walked through the closet from his room into his parents' bedroom. He approached his father's side of the bed, pulled back the hammer, and fired.
As we're continuing to learn more information about a deadly shooting that happened in Perry County. That's where state troopers say a little boy shot his adoptive father on his 11th birthday. So thanks for being with us here tonight at 6 o'clock. I'm Candace Scalise. Lily Sexton is joining us live in Duncannon right now, talking about some newly released court documents she got her hands on. And Lily, this is really giving us a better idea of what exactly happened inside this home yesterday morning. What'd you find out?
The family was in this home celebrating their son's 11th birthday. That's when court documents say their son found a gun and shot his adopted father. This happened Tuesday around 3 a.m. When state police arrived, the young boy named Clayton Dietz had a bloody lip and injuries around his eye. Court documents do not explain how he was hurt. The documents do say, however, that Clayton was looking for his Nintendo Switch, which was taken away from him when he found the revolver in a safe inside the home. Troopers say that he then took the gun and shot his father in bed next to his mother. 42-year-old Douglas Dietz was found dead. In the interview room, his wife said she woke up to the sound of a gunshot. Then her son confessed to her, saying, quote, "I killed my dad. I hate myself," end quote. Before the shooting, she told troopers that they put their son to bed while singing happy birthday to him. Neighbors who knew the family say this violence was very out of character for the young boy.
I knew him personally. Like I said yesterday, the child used to come over and ask me if he could help me and stuff like that. Always well-mannered, yes or no, sir. You know, it confuses me that something this little of a thing caused him to do this. I don't think he even had time to react to what he was doing.
Clayton Dietz is now facing homicide charges. A preliminary hearing is scheduled for January 22nd. We'll continue to update you on this developing story.
When investigators asked what he thought would happen when he pulled the trigger, his answer was simple. He hadn't thought about it. He said he was mad. That was it. No long explanation. No clear motive beyond emotion. Just a moment and a consequence that could never be taken back. Police took the boy into custody that morning. He was charged with criminal homicide, denied bail, and placed inside the Perry County Prison at 11 years old. News of the shooting rippled quickly through Duncannon. Neighbors stood outside as state police worked the scene. Most barely knew the family. They kept to themselves, seemed nice, normal. One neighbor described the disbelief of seeing something like this happen so close to home. You hear about it on the news, in other places, to other people, not right next door, not like this. People spoke quietly, trying to reconcile the image of a peaceful street with what had just happened inside one house. The local school district released a statement acknowledging the impact on students, counselors, psychologists, support systems, all activated after the fact, because once something like this happens, the damage doesn't stay contained. It spreads through classrooms, through families, through a community that would never look at that house the same way again. There are cases that leave behind clear villains, clear motives, clear answers. And then there are cases like this, where anger lasts seconds, but consequences last forever, where a birthday becomes a crime scene, where a child is charged with murder, and where no one, not neighbors, not parents, not investigators, walks away untouched. What matters most now is not just what happened that night, but how something so small turned into something irreversible, and how a quiet street will forever remember the sound that should have never existed at all. Alright y'all, there y'all have it, man. That's a crazy story of the 11-year-old child who was adopted and killed his adopted father on his birthday over a Nintendo Switch, and now he's in prison. So yeah, man, get in that comment section, man. Let me know what y'all think about that. I know y'all got something to say about this. Where the usual suspect comments at now? You know what I'm saying? Let's get to that. Hey man, drillers and trappers, we outside trapping and drilling 247. Don't go nowhere. Watch that next video. Gang!